She would walk down the stairs, and I was still in my rehab stage. And I'd be like 30 feet back from her walking down the stairs. She'd turn around. What are you doing? I said, I'm still hurt.
Now it's time to spill the tea.
It's time.
Spill the tea, presented by Mobby Tea. All right.
Tight razor.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Spill the tea.
I feel like this would go well with the old fashioned.
No, it would. No, they say that some people mix it together to make an alcoholic drink. Okay, so on Spill the Tea, for today's Mobby Spill the Tea segment, we are going to spill the tea on our first date, which happened to be an entire day.
Yeah.
An entire day date. Mm-hmm. Do you remember?
Mm-hmm. How could I forget?
Good one. Okay, so before I tell the story in my version, what is your version of our first date?
Down here, we played San Antonio. You happened to be at the Final Four.
You were playing for Oklahoma City at the time.
Yeah, and I was hurt, so I ended up staying back. Went to the Final Four and went celebrity game. Rachel invited me to the celebrity game. Cheez-Its. Shout out to Cheez-Its.
Cheez-Its versus Pringles.
Versus Pringles.
Actually, wait, I'm going to let you... Sorry, I keep interrupting. You...
And, I showed up to the game. It was at, like, the Northside Gym. Went over there. Seen her play. That was my first time actually seeing her play, actually. And
what'd you think of my basketball skills?
Wasn't bad. I mean, I've come from a line of athletes, so, wasn't bad.
Hey. Wasn't bad?
Wasn't bad.
Come on. I was like leading scorer of the whole entire game.
I mean, come on. But you did a great job.
Dang, I didn't get no props.
You get major props, but you would. I mean, you could have said NBA All-Star game. You did great.
Do you watch that game too? That was before us.
I watched it after.
You saw my highlights on House of Highlights. I have a whole video on House of Highlights.
But long story short, we met up at the celebrity game. Got to see her play. Then we went to the Final Four together. Then we had dinner at the oldest Mexican restaurant here in San Antonio, which is like a historic restaurant. So it's a great time. And
then we went somewhere after that too. I don't remember.
Yeah, we went to a bar downtown. It was like a whole bunch of college kids having fun. I guess their team just won. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Rest is history. Now we're here doing interviews and.
Well, I remember that was the very boy version way to describe our first date, our first day together.
Girl math, boy math. All right.
Yeah, but listen though, I actually remember vividly that I told you about my celebrity game, and you said, "Oh, where is it at? Like maybe I'll stop by."
Yeah.
And
I had time because I was gonna go to see my family. But go ahead.
But I remember telling you like where it was, and then I did not think you were gonna come at all, because I was just like, oh, he's probably just saying that to try to be nice. But why? I remember thinking like, why would he care about me playing basketball? Like, why would he come to support me?
Loving basketball.
Yeah. So I was actually pleasantly surprised that you came. I thought that was very nice of you to come, because I was like, oh, he's not going to come. He's just going to say that to be nice. And then you did, which I thought was really nice. And then after, I also remember something that you forgot to mention. When we went to the Final Four games, you had tickets and I had tickets, and my tickets were good seats, but they were kind of back. And I didn't find this out until like months later that you had tickets that were like right behind the bench, that he actually gave up his tickets there to come sit in my seats. And it was me and my agent, and we had 2 extra seats. So it was you and your friend. And you also were like maybe 2 or 3 months after you had your surgery for your patella tendon, and you were sitting in the back, and his knees are like up in his face like this. Yeah. Because we were in these like tiny seats that
was a day and era. I mean, I got past 90, but sitting in those seats I had to get past. I mean, I have gotten 90, obviously, after my injury. You get progression
of how the angle that you bend your knee.
I was finally able to sit 90 degrees. But in those seats, Yeah, I was like, oh, you got to get well below 90 being in those tiny seats.
And,
And I couldn't
and you're
do it.
tall too.
But I was sitting there trying to thug it out, just like, my shit hurting. But I didn't want to show nobody because, everybody kind of, I grew up in San Antonio, played college ball here, and everybody knew me in the stadium. So it was a little different. Didn't want to be kind of like spotted, like having to stand up the whole time.
You were fidgeting though.
I was fidgeting. Oh my God. I was in so much pain trying to keep it cool, but hey, we're here now. But yeah, I was really hurt, and she just kept leaving me. She left out a minute detail too. She would walk down the stairs, and I was still in my rehab stage. I'd be like 30 feet back from her walking down the stairs. She'd turn around. What are you doing? I said, I'm still hurt. What you think this is?
I kept forgetting that you were hurt. So
Yeah.
then, yeah, like he said, like there were these really long stairs when we were leaving. And it was 2 basketball games as well. When we were leaving, I would look back and I'm like, where is he? And he's literally at the top of the stairs, like coming down the stairs so slow.
One step at a time, baby. One step at a time.
But I didn't, that was our like technically first day. And then I would turn out, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I would see you at the top of the stairs. And I did keep doing that. I kept like just walking, thinking you would be there. And then, yeah.
She didn't care much for me then.
But I thought it was cool because I was there with kind of like my work people and my agent, and you just kind of hung out with all of us, and it was just like an easy hang.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What was your first impression of me?
Trying to say the right thing here, guys.
Well, it should be nice.
I was kind of getting upset. You kept leaving me. I was like, yeah. It's over 5 times she kept leaving me. I was like, yo, she's got to know after the first 2 or 3 if she cared about me, But no, I thought you were very, nice. You were open. Just the early stages of getting to know somebody. It's just pretty standard, I feel like.
It wasn't love at first sight.
I mean, I met you before, but.
Okay, well, love at second sight.
Yeah, love at second sight, It all worked out, in my hometown. The way it did, got to see her play basketball. And we're here now, so.
Okay, so what advice do you have for any guys listening who might be going on a first date or might want to impress a girl on their first date?
I mean, it's cool and all tonight, to impress somebody, but just always remember to be yourself. You don't want a girl for the wrong reasons. Or have somebody fall in love with you for the wrong reasons. So just be yourself, most importantly. However that may seem to you. But yeah, there's nothing wrong with doing nice things for women and, chivalry and all that good jazz. But, just be yourself. Don't try to be somebody else, or don't try to let, social media or, a group of boys or your buddies influence you and try to make you somebody you're not necessarily. So just be yourself. Plain and simple. Be one of one.
Well, that's what you are.
I thank you, Rach. Aren't you as well?
Thanks.
Yeah.
All right, you guys. Well, that's all that we have for this week's episode of Courtside Club. Dre, thanks so much for joining us right before you leave for Dubai.
Mm-hmm.
I wish you the best of luck, and I'm sure that my followers and Courtside Club fans also wish you the best of luck. And we will be following along, and we will give updates when possible.
Daily updates whenever she gets abroad.
Yes. Cool. All right, you guys, make sure that you subscribe and thumbs up this video. We upload new videos every single week, so make sure that you stay tuned for that, and we'll see you next time.
Shout out Jordan Maney.